Thokozani bomkhulu liba Gogo. Let's talk about love in traditional healing. Love in traditional healing is quite a complicated situation on its own. Basically, a lot of people go through a lot of hits and misses, especially when they have a calling. They can't keep a partner, mainly because their ancestors keep rejecting their partners, and up until they find their soulmates, or rather a person who can walk their journey with them, a person who can tolerate when they go for 6 months to a year to even 2 years moto ailo twasa for the longest time, and when they come back their partner is still there for them, still supporting them 100%. So those kind of people are rare to find, people who will stick around for the long run, because having a calling is tough on its own. So having to live with a person who has a calling, like, they go through the most. They go through the mood swings, they go through a lot of emotion, because when a person has a calling, they have their emotions, their own emotions, and then they have other people's emotions as well. They are affected by their ancestors' emotions. So they're pretty extreme emotionally. So when a person is happy, they're super happy. When the person is angry, they're like extremely angry, rage kind of angry. So that's why a person who has a spiritual calling must try to be calm at all times, because or be in a calm or zen kind of environment, because they go from extreme to extreme, literally. So having a partner in traditional healing, you need a person who can understand, a person who can give you space when you need the space, a person who can give you a shoulder to cry on when you need it. And there are times when like, for instance, when you have a client and then you have to take the client to the river, or you have to pray for 7 days, or preparing for a big job, like maybe to Josebeza Mutsi, those kind of things, di hloka kilo, kilo, it means there's a period of time whereby you're just fasting and praying, and there is no sexual intercourse, there is no touchy, there's nothing. So you have to have a partner who can understand those kind of things. So having a partner in traditional healing is pretty intense. So that's why when you have a calling, most people find themselves like not having partners, find themselves, their ancestors, rejecting every partner that they get, but only to find that once they do complete their course in traditional healing, once they complete the ukutwasa period, they find themselves good partners, they find themselves getting married, having babies, having a family, and like literally living happily ever after. And it's that forever kind of love, that forever kind of love, when a person can tolerate you in your best and your worst days, an unconditional godly kind of love. So traditional healers are pretty loyal people, because they can't be having sex with this one and that one and that one, because sex is like a spiritual transaction. It's like a bonding of the ancestors. My ancestors bond with your ancestors, and therefore they find common ground to help each other out. Like when a couple is married and then they do a ritual to unite their ancestors, they help each other out to face challenges, to fight spiritual battles for that couple and their family, literally. So not only in the physical world, but in the spirit world as well. So that's why it is very important for a healer to be loyal. You literally committing to your partner and their ancestors. So when you saying your vows, you're not only saying the vows to your partner, you're saying the vows to your partner, to his ancestors, and to God, you know. So it's a spiritual community that will be guarding you and your family and protecting you at all times. So to those who are struggling with relationship problems and don't know why they cannot keep a partner because they have a calling and all of that, just know that it happens. You know, it happens, and it usually happens for a reason. Most of the time, your ancestors just want you to focus on the task that is in front of you, you know, the task that you have to complete, which is your calling, khotwasa, and all of that. And then the other stuff, you'll see it once you have completed your task. So I hope that this message has helped some of you who are lost in love with traditional healing, like literally who don't know in terms of their relationships in traditional healing. And yeah, Thokozani Gogo, I hope you find your peace and your truth. Tamako.